I'm going to do this quick review on this tarot deck that I came across this weekend. It is called Voices of Saints, and it's printed by Lescarbot. I'm just going to get into the images of the saints because there's 78 cards, so I'm going to try to do this as quick as possible. It's being sold as a tarot deck, but it's not a tarot deck. It is more of an oracle deck. Now, it's confusing in the sense that there are 78 cards, which is the number of cards prescribed to any tarot deck. And usually oracle decks have, 38 to 42 cards. This has 78 cards. And you're going to notice it's standard tarot card size. You're going to notice the number, the saint, and the name of the saint in the bottom. The images of the saints look like those saints that you would find in a Catholic image prayer card, which is the saint, in the front, and in the back they would have the prayer, but of course the prayer is not in the cards. Again, the images look, I could say Renaissance. It's got that beautiful look to it. Very beautiful saints. The card stock is very nice, standard tarot card stock. There's got that protective gloss coating, standard tarot card size. Again, this is not a tarot card deck in the sense that there is no major arcana, there is no minor arcana. This is San Luis Gonzaga. There's no major arcana, no minor arcana. You're not going to find, the pips. You're not going to find cups, coins, swords, or wands. No kings, no queens, no knights. It is reversible. The back of the card, it looks blue in this video, but it really is a mint green. The saint on that looks like San Pancracio, who is not in this deck. He's definitely not in this deck. But it is a really beautiful deck. I've read reviews on it. It is, like I said, it's not really a tarot deck. It is an oracle deck. The booklet that comes with it, which is this little booklet right here, which shows a picture of the Rider-Waite, doesn't go with this deck. I mean, if you pick up that booklet, you're going to get confused. This is San Andre. You're going to get confused because you really should have some knowledge of who the saint that they're representing in the card, their mythology, their folklore, their legends, what they are patron saints of. This is Santa Ana y la Virgen María, la Niña Virgen María. You have to know a little bit history of each saint, what they represent, what they are patron saints of. And the booklet that comes with this deck, which I just showed, the meanings or the interpretations doesn't go with this deck. So this is garbage. You're going to have to literally Google or Wikipedia each saint to get an interpretation or an understanding of who the saint is. It's San Antonio, el Niño Jesús. If you notice that most of the numbers are always on the top twice, the saint is in the center, and then the name of the saint. Most of the saints are Caucasian. You're not going to find any African American saints. You're not going to find any Indio saints, Native American saints. So there's no San Martín de Porres, sorry, Santa Bárbara. There's no, sorry, this is San Bartolomé. There's no San Martín de Porres. There's no San Benitos. So, they're all Caucasian, white. Also, there are some saints that I wish were in this deck that are not in this deck. I would have loved to see San Lázaro, Saint Lazarus. I would have liked to see San Sebastián, Saint Jude. I would have loved to see him. Well, San Elias, San Elijah, San Elias del Monte Caramelo is not in this deck. I would have loved to see him. But besides that, it is a really beautiful deck. Again, you're going to have to Wikipedia. Out of the 78 cards, I know 60-something of these saints. I know their legends. I know their folklore. I know what they are patron saints of. Some of these saints, I don't know who they are. So yeah, you're definitely going to have to, this is San Carlo Borromeo, you're going to have to Wikipedia or Google some of these saints up, because some of them I personally don't know who they are. A lot of people ask me, am I going to be able to use this? Not a lot of people. A few people who've seen this deck have asked me, will I be able to use this as a deck for consulta espirituales, consultation? I'm not sure yet. You know, I've been reading tarot and la baraja española for 25 years, so I'm so used to that traditional, you know, layout of cards, which this does not have. You know, so we'll see how that goes. This is Santa Clara. A lot of these saints I do know, I do recognize. A lot of them I don't recognize. This is San Christopher con el Niño de Jesús. A lot of people, I've read reviews where they say, well, Jesus and Mary is not represented in the cards. Well, they are. They are usually in the background. You'll see Niño de Jesús either being carried by a saint or usually in the background. This is La Maraza, el Divino Gemelo, el Espíritu Santo. Yeah, they are usually in the background as secondary figure, Mary and Jesus. They're not the main focal, you know, saint. So they are represented in the cards. They're just basically in the background, and you'd have to really look good to find them. Will I be able to read with this card? Will I be able to read with this deck? Maybe in the future. Do I recommend it as a first-time tarot deck? No, I don't recommend this as a first-time tarot deck. I recommend it if you like saints, if you want to collect something, then, you know, if you like to collect tarots or are interested in learning about the saints, then yes, this would be a good deck, San Expedito. This would be a good deck, but to learn about the saints or anything, this book that came with it, it's not worth it. Sorry. This booklet that came with the deck is not worth it because it doesn't even explain the saints. It doesn't go into the saints whatsoever. So you're going to get completely lost with that. You're not going to know, you know, anything about the saints from that little booklet. This is San Francisco de Asís. So you see, it is a nice deck. Feels good in the hands. Nice quality. Very beautiful images, you know, paintings that you would find in old books of saints. This is San Jorge, St. George, Santa Elena. This card right here, I would have loved to have seen that this would have been San Alejo, which he's not in this deck as well, San Alejo. This is San Santiago Matamoros, in English, St. James the Greater. The name is either, it's not English nor Spanish, it is either, I think it's Italian or French, but it's not the Spanish or English name. But this is San Santiago Matamoro. Again, some of these saints I don't know who they are, I don't recognize them. Some of them I do. This is San Joaquin. Again, I was telling you earlier that a lot of people said that Mary and Jesus are not represented in the cards. They are. There's Santa Ana right there, and there's Mary, La Virgencita, right there in the background. Usually as a secondary figure, they're not the main focal figure. But that's San Joaquin right there. But they are represented in the deck. You just have to know the saints or know the image to really find them. This is Juana de Arco. San Juan Bautista. So you see, it really is a nice deck. Again, some of these saints I don't recognize. San Jose, el Niño Jesús, again. This is one of those saints I don't recognize. I don't recognize if it's a male or female, a he or she or both. I'm going to have to Wikipedia this one. I don't know who this saint is at all. If you do, I'll leave a comment down there. But I don't know who that saint is. Again, there's, you know, Mary and Jesus in the background. Santa Lucia. San Marco de León. Santa Margarita, Maria Magdalena, very beautiful. I like that image of the skull right there. San Martin Caballero. You notice I'm saying the Spanish name? I'm sorry, it's just traditionally that's just how I say them. But it is a really nice deck. These two saints I don't know. This is another one of those saints that I don't know who these guys are. I don't know. I don't recognize this. This is San Miguel, Arcángel. Right in the bottom is Lucifer, Satana, or whatever name you want to give this dude in the bottom. But this is San Miguel. Beautiful card. Traditional image of San Miguel. San Nicolás del Sol. San Nicolás del Sol. So it is a very nice deck. San Pedro. St. Peter. Again, there's Jesus in the background, or a crucifix with Jesus. Filomes, Santa Filomena, Filomes. San Rafael, here. One of those, the guardian, one of the angels. San Roque. Santa Rosa de Lima, de padre puertorriqueño. She's a saint that was born in Lima, Peru, of a Puerto Rican father. Beautiful card. Santa Rosalina. Santa Teresa de Jesus. So yes, I do recommend it if you like saints, if you want to learn about saints, then I do recommend, you pick it up as a tarot deck. Not sure about it. Maybe you'll do good with it. I've heard some people who read these well. This is another saint that I don't recognize, which is Santa whoever she is. But yeah, the booklet that comes with the deck, it's 60 pages. This talks about a tarot. This is not a tarot. This is an oracle deck. So that booklet does not go with this whatsoever. But I do recommend it if you like saints, if you want to learn about saints. This is it. Visions of the Tarot. Visions of the Saints. Sorry about that. This is another saint that she was not in the deck, I've noticed. She's another one that was not in the deck. But anyways, thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please press like and leave a comment. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. This is Sancista Luis. Mi Dios lo bendiga.